What's going on, people? Fame Entertainment here from the Inner Circle. Welcome to another episode of the Double XP podcast. As you guys know, this is a debate podcast where we tend to get down. Now, I want to make sure everybody knows from the jump, it's all love. We all love gaming. All of us own all the consoles on this panel. But everyone has a bias. Everyone, no matter what you game, everyone has a bias. So, that's what we do. We debate, and it's all love in gaming. So I'm talking about the intros with my light-skinned brother from somebody else's mother, Mr. Nickodemus X.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? What's going on? This is Nickodemus, the king of indies himself, and all I gotta say is, if you don't like my opinion, you don't like freedom of speech. Let's get it going on.
Oh, okay.
Grandiose statement.
Facts.
Next up, we got my right-hand woman, Miss 2v1 herself, Mamacita.
Hey, everybody. It's me, Mamacita, and I'm just glad to be here tonight, ready to debate, ready to put on my bleed green shoes on, and let's do it. And I do promise to keep it classy, though. I would keep it classy always.
You always keep it classy, girl.
Yeah, I try to, but
I ain't never known her not to.
But don't you stroke me tonight, Nickodemus?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Okay, no, I meant don't stroke me the wrong way. Oops.
Wait.
Oops.
Whoa, that's how we start.
No,
See why we call her 2v1.
When Nickodemus gets his hands on you, ain't no stroking the wrong way. You heard me?
Yo, she straight up said, "Don't you
that.
Stroke me."
I didn't mean that literally. Oh, dear God.
Oh, Mamacita, it just gets worse every
single week.
I was walking to that.
Oh man. So Crunk Girl is MIA. We hope that she actually appears. She's probably somewhere gaming because she is a gamer, as we know. So
let's just keep it real. She's playing Persona. She's like, F this podcast tonight. I'm playing Persona.
Facts.
My girl is playing Persona. I hit her up though, so hopefully she'll join us.
So I know people see the title. I'm ready to talk about the title. We're gonna get into it, but we're gonna reel it back just a little bit. What y'all gaming on, man? Nick, what you playing right now, brother?
All right, so look, you guys gonna have to take away my PlayStation fanboy card because I am not playing Horizon. I have not even beaten Horizon. I haven't touched Horizon in a couple weeks because there's this one game called Nier Automata that has really taken my full attention. Look,
time out, Nick.
Yeah.
Why you pre-damage controlling? You know I was gonna expose you on that earlier. Why you always pre-damage controlling early, fam?
What you talking about?
Now listen,
what game I'm playing.
Listen, me and Nick was headed to the video game museum, and we was dabbing in the car to Nier, and I told him I'm exposing 2XP for not beating Horizon. And I shouldn't have said nothing because he already damaged control.
I forgot that conversation, honestly. But
yeah, you did. Sure.
I'm glad you brought that up because I noticed, Fame, you finished Horizon Zero Dawn before Crunk and Nickodemus. Mm-hmm. And in all honesty, I would have completed it before the both of you as well if it was not for Andromeda. And I think I'm further along. And I haven't played in about 2 weeks.
Mamacita, let's just go ahead and stop that right now because it took you 2 years to be Ori and the Blind Forest.
Don't even try.
Let's stop. You're not gonna beat games before me.
Okay, you know what? You haven't even played Ori and the Blind Forest, and I have a legitimate reason as to why I was stuck for almost, and it wasn't 2 years. Okay, I was stuck in the water scene is where I was stuck, and then when another game came in, yes, the water scene, the infamous water scene.
Okay, I saw the video. I know what you're talking about. Water.
How would you know? You haven't played it.
I saw your video. And it looked easy as hell to me, but it looked easy. But I'm just saying.
But don't bring up my ADD. I know I have gamers ADD. Okay, I will put a game down, and when another game comes out, and I know I have that problem, and I admit that. But I will go back and play it and complete it.
Yeah. Okay. 2 years later. I had to get you. But no, but for real though, Nier, I do recommend everybody trying this game out. It seems weird and stuff like that, but there's so many different like deep elements to this game. It takes like 4 or 5. I think it's like 4 or 5 times you got to play through it in order to get like the full experience. Like it's the type of game that is really rare for me because these days I don't play games more than one time. You know, after I beat it, it's pretty much done with it unless it has multiplayer. But Nier is making me invest so much into it that I'm literally going to play this game like 5 times. I'm going to beat it 5 times to get like the full ending. That's how good it is. So,
before he touches the best new IP this gen. Yeah, you're such a great PlayStation gamer.
Here she comes.
I'm sorry. I just.
And you know what? I'm glad you brought that up because I need to correct something. Because see, the last time we were together, last podcast, Fame, you asked how we felt about Horizon Zero Dawn. Was it the best new IP? And after I listened to the podcast, I realized, I didn't answer that properly. I think Horizon Zero Dawn is the best new IP for PlayStation 4. So I needed to add that.
Okay.
Go ahead and make sure I say that.
But not best new IP this gen.
No, not for me. Sunset Overdrive is still for me the best new IP that I've played so far.
Okay. I mean, I got no objections to that. Sunset Overdrive was a great game. Underrated. Extremely underrated.
Yes, seriously. I'm so glad my girl came in here tonight.
But before we get to what Mamacita playing this second, I want to go and introduce Crunk Girl. Hey, what's up, man? We happy you can finally make it, family member. It's always that one cousin late to the barbecue.
Man, I was in that, man. Mom's had me in the shower then, dog. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
You play Persona.
Yeah,
yeah, that too. I've been on Persona all damn day today.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the cooking.
Welcome to the show, cousin. We happy to have you finally show up. But Mamacita, what
7 minutes late. Y'all was in here talking, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let y'all speak, and now I'm gonna unmute myself.
So, Mamacita, what you playing right now?
Well, I've been playing Andromeda, Mass Effect Andromeda, and actually for the past week I've been playing anything. So I have job and family duties and responsibilities, but Andromeda, and it's just been, Andromeda has grown on me. The further, you go along and the more worlds that you explore and you discover, the quest line open up and the storyline opens up and it actually, it's a really good game. And I've gotten past some of the wacky animations and I've run into a few bugs. But it's a great game. I think Andromeda, I think deservingly so did receive some fair criticism, but I think once you play the game, and Nickodemus, you made a comment too. You said that Mass Effect is not necessarily like a grinding game.
Mm-hmm.
Andromeda, there's a little grinding to Andromeda because they've switched up some things. I mean, exploring.
Is it like the minerals, like get minerals and get materials and stuff like that?
Minerals and going to the different planets, and then you have to, So there is, and even with your weapons and your armor, like upgrading, you need certain, minerals and items.
Yeah, and it's always been a bit grindy, but it hasn't been grindy to the point where it's in your face grindy. You know what I mean? Like it's like you have a choice whether you want to do that or not.
I hate it too. Felt like a grind to me, but that's
but if you want better weapons,
yes,
you want to upgrade and get better weapons, and especially if you're playing on hard and and I'm guessing the insane levels, that definitely does play a major role. I think the better armor and weaponry that you have, you're better equipped with. Because some of those boss scenes and boss fights can be kind of cumbersome and troublesome, I should say, especially on hard level, which is what I've been playing it on. And I don't know, I'm thinking I might have to drop down to normal because it's stressing me out, y'all. But we'll see.
So, Crunk, even though we know what you playing right now, let the people know what you playing through right now.
Man, y'all should already. I've been talking about this game forever. Since 2014, and with y'all since we've been started. My most anticipated game for the past since this generation started has been Persona 5, and it came out yesterday, and I've been on it. I got about 10 hours in, probably more than that. Now I haven't saved in a while, so probably about 10 to 11 hours in it.
Okay.
It's really good. I've been since Atlas has been on how can I say it without being, they've been on their FU type stuff because they got like crazy guidelines. Like you can't even take a screenshot of the entire game.
Yeah, I heard
they got it blocked. You can't take no screenshots. You can't broadcast. The only way you can do any of that is if you
Yep, that's a problem. I don't like that.
And if you got Elgato, you still are like how can I say this? Like if you try to go to your YouTube and try to like post up stuff, they are blocking and they are
wow.
Yeah, they put it up on their it's not Atlas the Atlas that's in America, it's the Japanese guys, man. Matter of fact, for anybody who wants to know what they can and cannot post on their YouTube, go to my page and click on my last video because I made a video about it. I went through the whole entire thing because they got it laid out on their channel. On their website, and there's a link, and they tell you exactly what you can and cannot post. Like they tell you, like they don't want you showing no cutscenes, like any of the animated cutscenes. They don't want you showing. Basically none of the story. You put up anything about anything dealing with the story wise, you getting content IDs and you getting copyright strikes off game.
Wow.
You can't even, like there's a thing in the game that you go by calendar date. Anything after 7/7, you're gonna be in some trouble if you post anything past that.
Wow.
It
sounds like some pure anti-consumer trash.
I mean, some of these Japanese developers have been doing it, but it's just because was it Dragon Quest Heroes? I believe you can't do nothing on there. I think it's one of the Tales games. It's a lot of the
uproar. Where's the uprising?
What you mean? People been talking about it.
Where the picket sign?
I ain't hear nobody talking about it. As far as I'm concerned, PlayStation Nation is okay with this.
I don't support those games. I don't support none of those games that do that.
You don't support the JRPGs, which everybody said JRPGs equals variety, and JRPGs are everything in life, and JRPGs is what makes gaming. You don't support those?
I don't agree.
I don't support every JRPG, especially the ones that block like that. I don't get down with that. Me as a content creator, it's an insult to me. I hate when they do that crap.
But the only thing about it that I kind of get is they don't want you releasing none of the story. They when the game came out in Japan last year, my boy caught a strike on his channel because he showed some of that. I mean, but he didn't know at that time. But when he got the Japanese version last year off the Japanese store,
that must have been court.
And court got a strike.
Yeah, he be on that, John.
Yeah, he got a strike for it, and like he was hoping that they wouldn't be that bad. But it's the Japanese. It's not the American Atlas. You know, they got two companies. You know, they got the same company, but it's an American, and then it's the Japanese guys. It's the Japanese guys, like. Because Kinda Funny made a video about it too, but like once you look on there, it's like you can show battles, but you can't show like the boss battles, or like the main tower missions, like the main tower missions on the dungeons, like the main bosses. They don't want you showing that. You can show like the everyday stuff, like when you're going through the levels and you're doing what you do, which is in a Persona game. You can show the Velvet Room, which is like where you fuse your shadows and stuff like that to make new ones. But like anything past 7/7, they cutting you off. Anytime you show anything dealing with the story, they cutting you off. So I was like, I'm warning y'all now. That's why I'm not putting none of that stuff on my YouTube. Anything that y'all see is gonna be like regular stuff. Like if you look up stuff now, you ain't seeing nothing past the first dungeon. I don't if anybody hasn't noticed. If you go on YouTube right now, you won't see nothing past like the first dungeon.
Ouch. That's something bit the mess out of me.
That's
speaking of
that's all I've been playing on. Yeah.
Speaking of trash that's happening on PlayStation.
Let's stop right there, sir.
We're gonna
trash has been happening. Hold on.
Hold on. I didn't say the game was trash.
Okay. I was gonna say now that the game is magnificent.
I got no opinion on the game because I haven't played the game. But
you're gonna get Crunk up in here talking about Persona like that.
What I'm saying is switching on top of something that's trash happening in PlayStation. So we all admit that PlayStation Plus is just trash and the game offerings is just trash, and y'all can just stop expecting good games on PS Plus. Like it's a wrap.
Okay, so let me start. Let me start.
Drawing the death this month. What the fuck you mean?
Yeah, let me go first. Crunk. Let me go first, Crunk. So to answer that, yes, this month I would say it's basically 50-50. It's not complete trash because Drawn to Death is a really good game. I know this from experience because I played like the beta, alpha, all that.
Me too.
It's really good. Competitive. No, it's really good. No, that game is fun as hell. So I think people are sitting back riding the hate train when it comes to PS Plus. A lot of people are. Now, I will say this. PS Plus ultimately has been dropping the ball when it comes to gaming. I talked about this last night. Ultimately, they really have. But I think a lot of the hate comes from just people riding that hate bandwagon, and they're not really giving these games a chance. Because there shouldn't be that much hate this month. Honestly, there really should.
What was last month? Can you remember? What was last month?
Last month was not good, I don't think. I can't remember.
Before that, and a month before that.
That's what I said.
Trash.
That's what I said. It's been ultimately it has been trash, but like this month, Drawn to This is a good game. But I think people are really hating on it, not giving it a chance because they're so used to riding that hate train.
No, you didn't just say that.
Well, I'll say this. Last month.
Yes, I did.
Remember that statement, guys.
Yes. You know where I'm going, Fang, right? Remember that statement. Yeah, yeah.
Well, for me, this is for me. For me, last month, Tearaway came out. And for me, Tearaway is a really good game because I played it on the Vita. It's a very underrated game. And it was one of the better games that was on the Vita. So I actually wanted to play Tearaway Unfolded, so I downloaded it. But, Horizon and all the other games that came out, so it's in the back burner. But I did download it. And this month is Drawn to Death, and I love Drawn to Death. Drawn to Death is dope. I actually met David Jaffe in the real. I met him at PSX. He's a real cool dude. Like, if any of y'all want to play Drawn to Death, download it. And if you link him in it or add him in the he'll retweet your videos and he'll talk about your commentary. Like, he'll actually interact with the community and all that stuff. Like, I love David Jaffe is one of the gods of this stuff, in my opinion. Like, he's one of the guys that I looked up to. So Drawn to Death was really fun. I played the beta, alpha, played it at PSX, hit him up on Twitter and gave suggestions, message, all that stuff. So I don't know about this month. It's like 50-50. Back in PS3 days, I can be like, okay, like Sony was giving us really good games. But also you gotta realize too, when PlayStation Plus started, how many years had we had games? We had how many years were we into the generation before we started getting PlayStation Plus games? Y'all gotta look at the library too. They need to start giving out Killzone and all those games, though. I will say that.
And I think a lot of this goes into the beauty of backwards compatibility, because Microsoft has, a huge library of 360 games that no matter how people want to say, oh, those games are old, a lot of those games people didn't get to play. I never played any of the Darksiders games. Never. I get to play them joints now.
If you've never played it before.
And that's what I'm trying to explain to Nick, which I'm exposing for later too. But
come on.
And I'm kind of interested. Honestly, I'm kind of interested in this Lovers in Dangerous Space Time. Y'all need to talk to me about that because I hear this.
We got it on Xbox.
It's couch co-op. It is on Xbox, but I'm
for gold a few months back.
Oh, okay. So I'm feeling it's couch co-op. So none of my PlayStation peeps know about it.
That game, first glance at that game, it looks like trash to me. So I'm not interested. Sorry. Pass. Just at first glance. Now, if you guys sit down and we all play together, whatever like that, I'll try it. But at first glance, it looks like trash. So no, pass.
I won't say nothing is trash till I play it. So.
What about Invisibles?
I will never say that. It's just like Fame said he never played Persona, so he can't say it's trash. I can't.
No, I think a lot of my disgust.
I can say stuff is trash because when I look at gameplay and stuff, if it doesn't appeal to my eyes, it looks like trash.
I can say I believe part of the disgust with PlayStation Plus games is what like Xbox is offering. I mean, what pisses me off that people are just not playing Rise on the Rome. Like, y'all some cheap bastards because y'all should have been supporting that game. That game was dope.
It is. I remember that.
Rise on the Rome was free this month along with Darksiders, but Rise on the Rome was a launch Xbox title. I love Rise on the Rome. I bought that joint But the fact that people are just not playing it and not trying to get excited for it, talking about how great it looks and all this stuff, y'all some cheap bastards. Y'all should have been playing that game.
What the? But that's how I felt about Sunset Overdrive too, Fame.
Yeah, when that went free, y'all some cheap bastards.
Yeah,
y'all
that's messed up.
I've heard to say that, Fame, from Xbox guys. It's like, yo, why are y'all so excited all of a sudden now?
Y'all could have been playing that game.
Yeah, like you're not the only one that's told me that. Especially
that's why they're not gonna get no sequel because nobody played it.
You don't know that. You don't know
I
that.
hope they do get a sequel, man.
You don't know
I think that game deserves.
They're not getting no sequel.
You don't know.
I thought it looked like a really good game, even though I haven't played it. It looked like it was a pretty good game, and of course, I like the same people who made Ratchet and Clank, and I love the Ratchet and Clank. So Insomniac, Insomniac. I was like, it looks like a fun game. So I hope they.
We talking about Rise? Rise?
No, she said Sunset Overdrive, and and I was saying,
okay.
Game, and I hope they do get a sequel.
Speaking of sequels, there is I saw on Twitter that Remedy did a post that said Xbox. I know they're celebrating Quantum Break, but for Phil Spencer to be at Remedy today, and they tweet that out, Xbox P3 is in the building. # Quantum Break. That gives me hope for Quantum Break 2.
Well, shit, I think
hopefully Alan Wake.
Yeah,
I was gonna say that Alan
Wake 2.
Ain't no way Phil Spencer is there just to celebrate Quantum Break's 1 year, 1 year release. That's there's something going on. They doing something. So I'm like, my hype level went to the roof when I saw that.
Well, I thought the relationship was severed. I thought the relationship was severed.
Y'all actually like Quantum Break?
Yeah.
Yes, I like Quantum Break.
Yeah.
I like Quantum Break a lot.
I asked that because a lot of people didn't like it.
No, I love Quantum Break.
I know some people who liked it. They just said it was kind of short.
It was short. It was short, but the game was fun. Like it's set up perfectly for a sequel, and all you have to do is look at the mistakes they made with the first one. And I think they can make an incredible Quantum Break 2 and had that joint running on Scorpio. Come on, man, that's a win-win, dog.
I think some of the complaints too that some folk felt like the gameplay they thought it would be a little more similar to Alan Wake style. That's some of the complaints that I heard about it. I would say the combat style, but I liked Quantum Break. I enjoyed it to the utmost. So I'm really hoping for a sequel.
I've been saying for years they need to buy Remedy. That's just me.
They do. I think needs to be first party. They might not want to, but
excellent. They actually, like y'all was saying about Alan Wake. That's my favorite Xbox game from the whole generation last generation for Xbox. I loved Alan Wake. That was my shit. Everybody was like, oh, you don't like Gears, you didn't like Halo. I'm like, nah, I like the Alan Wake. That was my joint. It was because it was different.
Yeah. Well,
I need to ask Nickodemus a question while we're on the topic of games with gold still.
Nick,
you stated on numerous occasions on podcasts and in person that you don't play old games. Facts or no fact?
I don't play. I do. I don't
add no buts or steps.
No. I'm gonna clear it up. I do not play old games at this time because I got too many new games to play. Now, whenever there's a drought, if there's a drought, I'm looking forward to trying like the old games, playing old games. But right now, I have no time for old games. No, it's looking forward and beyond. Like I have no time for it.
And you sure about that, right?
Yes, I'm pretty damn sure about it. Yes.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Do you know when Freedom Planet released?
That doesn't count. That doesn't count. No. Take this L. Do you know the game that you hyped up that you play on your channel? Do you know when it released? It released in 2000. Freedom Planet, which a game you were just playing on yes,
released July 21st, 2014. But you say you don't play old games, which is your damage control excuse.
That's still this generation, though. I thought you.
Listen, hold on, Crunk. Let me finish, Crunk.
I thought you meant 360 games.
Let me finish. The reason I bring it up is because
I know what you're saying.
Nick said to me personally in his vehicle headed to the video game museum, and on the way back, that he won't play Rise or Sunset Overdrive because they are old games.
Because I don't have time for them.
But you played Freedom Planet, which came out in 2014.
Yes. You know why?
God, exposed.
You know why? No, not exposed.
No, I want to hear this explanation.
Listen, it's legit. It's a legit explanation. It's a legit explanation.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same reason why I play all the indie games that's on PS4, because most indie games that drop on PS4, they release a year or two ahead of time on PC. So it's
an old game, yes or no?
No, it's new to me. It's new to me on the
Something
PlayStation.
be new to you. Rise will be new to
But
you.
it's an indie game, though.
No, it's different. It's indie game. It's different.
Wait a minute. Is Insomniac not an indie developer? Is Insomniac not an indie developer?
No, they're not really an indie developer.
Oh, bro, come on.
It's not really.
Come on, chat.
No. I'm sorry. There's no exposing. There's no exposing. Because you're talking about PC games. You're talking about PC games, okay? PC is not even in my realm. That's what I'm saying. So
that's not what you said. You said you don't play old games. That's what you said.
Everything is not black and white like that, dog. It's really not. It's not black and white like that. I'm sorry.
Damage control level over 9,000.
It's not black and white like that. No, because like I said, it released on PC. I have no access to PC. I have no visibility into
control.
If it releases on the console, I have visibility into that, and it's new to me. So yes, I'm gonna play it.
Propaganda.
No, I'm sorry. There's no. I see what you're trying to do.
You go from I don't play old games to I only play old games on PS4. Then you go. I play old games from indie developers, but I don't play old games indie developers on Xbox because. Insomniac is an indie developer.
No. I'm sorry. Fame. No, I'm sorry, dog. I'm sorry. No, I'm not taking no L. No, I'm not taking no L because you are absolutely wrong. You're absolutely wrong.
Even the chat said take the L, B.
No, I'm not taking no L.
How do you defend that? How do you try to defend that?
Screw the chat. No, screw the chat. Screw the chat because I'm not taking no L because you're talking about PC games. You know what I'm saying? That I have no visibility into that, dog. So it's not old to me. No, I'm sorry. No, Freedom Planet is a new game to me. Because
notice how every time I brought up a point, he added a stipulation. Notice.
No, because you try to make things black and white. Everything ain't freaking black and white, dude. Like it's not that easy. It's really
black
not.
And white people are just black and white. What do you say about that? Damage control that.
No, because I'm Creole mixed with white and black. How you like that? So I can say a lot of shit, dog. Like you know what I'm saying? So there's no everything's not black and white like that.
Nick, accept this L. Even Crunk can't defend you on this.
Crunk Salad is I don't know what.
Crunk can't defend you on this.
She was trying to help you out, but she
No, I'm not accepting.
I told this exposure was coming.
But I'm saying though,
no, you gotta feel what I'm saying. You gotta feel what I'm saying. Because I've said, listen. I've said this on multiple occasions. I said the reason why I'm even getting a PC is because the indie games that I like to play, they release on PC a year or two before they release on my PlayStation. So that's the only reason why I'm even building a PC. So when I get these indie games, like I would say 60-70% of the indie games I play, they released on PC a year or so ago. But they're new and fresh to me because I'm getting them on my console.
So you consider a current generation game an old game, a game that was released in this current generation, Sunset Overdrive, an old game.
No, I consider it in the past. So I'm not saying like it's past gen. I'm not saying that it's like old school. I'm not saying it's old school or nothing like that. I'm saying me as a console gamer. You know what I'm saying? I don't personally right now, when me and Fame were talking about this, I don't have time to go back and play, let's say, Sunset Overdrive or Rise right now because I got so many games dropping on my PlayStation right now. And also to this point, what you guys got to understand, which we talk about this too, but we'll talk about this on the podcast right now since we're on the subject. You guys got to understand, PlayStation is my primary console. So I play all the exclusives on there and the third-party games and things like that. So I'm pretty much fully invested in PlayStation. My Xbox. No, listen. Let me finish. My Xbox, I bought that solely for the exclusives, right? I bought it for 2 exclusives. I bought it for Gears 4 and Halo 5. That's the reason why I bought my Xbox. Now, if there's a drought that occurs on my PlayStation, which ain't going to happen by the looks of it, I will go back and play some of those games that I miss. I definitely will. But there's no drought in sight, and I'm not going to choose.
So in 2014,
listen.
Hold on, Nickodemus.
No, listen, real quick. Let me finish. Real quick. Let me finish. So there's no drought in sight. So I'm not going to drop my PlayStation games, you know what I'm saying, because I'm fully involved in that ecosystem and everything. I'm not going to drop my PlayStation games to play some old Xbox games.
And I understand that. So explain to me what games in 2014 that was on the PlayStation that you were so overwhelmed with that would have kept you from playing?
You guys
Sunset
gonna laugh.
Overdrive?
You guys gonna laugh at me. You're gonna laugh at me when I say this.
You about to lie.
Yeah,
No,
I want to hear it because I know
I'm-
Infamous Second Son came out March of 2014. I'm trying to remember what other exclusives that was on the PlayStation in 2014. I mean, other than those in the chat, you can help refresh my memory. I do remember Infamous Second Son, March of 2014. What else was on your PS4?
There was a couple of games I was playing pretty heavy back then. You shouldn't laugh at this one. I was playing Killzone a lot. Don't laugh at that because shut up, Mamacita. Shut your mouth right now.
I'm gonna laugh.
Look, let me tell you, I was playing Killzone heavily, like competitively. I was playing Killzone online, like nonstop. Okay, so this is the other game I was playing. This other game I was playing back then that made me miss out on a lot of games that I was really invested in. Destiny. I was playing Destiny. I played Destiny for about 6 months straight. That's all I played. So
I give you that one because you ain't by yourself. It was a couple of dudes.
I was addicted to Destiny. Like I feel ashamed that I wasted
Nick, I
my
have a
life
very important
on that
question
game.
for you.
Yeah.
If Sunset Overdrive released on PS4 next month, would you buy it and play it?
No.
Why not?
Because I have games that I have on my list that I need to play.
He got to finish Horizon Zero Dawn.
That's what I'm saying. There's games that I'm not even able to get to. I want to play Neo. That's on my list. I want to.
Wait a minute, but you got. How does that excuse apply when you bought Horizon Zero Dawn, didn't finish it, and then went to Nier? So that excuse that I got games that I haven't finished yet doesn't apply, and that's a damage control statement because you have a collection of games right now that you haven't finished, but you start a new game.
Is there a damage control button somewhere?
Because he pressed the hell out of it.
Damage control. No.
Is there a damage control button anywhere that I can hit? Anybody?
You guys are making up crap because
I'm looking for a damage control button somewhere.
No, I bought Nier and Horizon at the same time. Stupidly, I bought them at the same time. So I made a choice because Nier is better, so I'm playing that right now. When I'm done with that, I'm going to Horizon. I still want to play Neo. I still want to play. No, that doesn't matter. Whatever game I'm having the most fun with is what I'm going to play. That's just the bottom line with me. So that doesn't even make sense what you're just saying right there. And also,
you said you got games to finish, so you're not going to buy or purchase or start no other game. You got games to finish, so it does apply because you started Horizon, didn't finish it, and started Nier. So it does apply, which once again pokes a hole in your logic.
It doesn't because
he's having more fun with Nier, so he's gonna finish that and go back to
Y'all being ignorant. Y'all being ignorant black folks right now.
Oh,
y'all being ignorant black folks. Yes, y'all being extremely ignorant black folks. I'm sorry, y'all are. Y'all being extremely ignorant because life, let me tell you something, guys, right now. Life is not that black and white. Okay, I've been on this earth a long time. I'm gonna have to teach you guys some lessons because you guys really think life's that easy. Life's not that easy, guys. It's not.
You're biased. Admit it.
I will definitely. Stop. Don't say that. I definitely am biased. I am biased. I will tell you guys that all day. I'm biased to PlayStation. But you cannot say I do not like Xbox because I don't
like Xbox.
I don't shit on Xbox. Like a lot of these guys do. I don't talk trash about it like a lot of these guys do. I will state my opinion about it. I think it's definitely lacking in exclusives that I personally want to play. It definitely is. You know what I'm saying? But I don't shit on the console. So you can't say I don't like Xbox because I do like Xbox. It's crazy how
you would play Ratchet and Clank and things like that, but you won't play a Sunset Overdrive. That makes no sense.
No. Because
it doesn't.
What? No. Why should I, Fame? Why should I? Like, really, give me a reason why should I? If PlayStation is dropping exclusive, and that's my primary console, why should I get off this beautiful, lovely black machine?
You ready?
To go play with that white girl in the front room. Like, why should I leave this beautiful black machine to go play with that white girl in the front room?
Time out.
Really?
You claim.
Why should I?
I'm about to hit you with another one. You claim how you the king of indies and you bought a PC because all these games you keep buying on PlayStation are old PC ports. So you got all these exclusives, quote unquote. Them ain't exclusives.
What?
You said you got all these exclusives dropping on PS4. That's why you all these indie exclusives dropping on PS4. But they're not exclusives if they're on PC, right? That's like you guys do Xbox. They're not exclusive if they're on PC. So they're not exclusive. So you have regular old games.
Wait.
Who are you guys?
Who are you guys you're talking about? No, and you guys, because Nickodemus, if it's a console exclusive, it's a freaking exclusive to Nickodemus. So I never said that about Xbox. Those games are still exclusive because I'm a console gamer. At the end of the day, I don't have no visibility or access to PC. Even when I get a PC, it's going to be a low-grade PC that only going to play indie games. I ain't going to play no.
So what we learned today, guys, is Nick don't like Xbox games. He don't like Xbox.
No,
stop. So let it be known. Hashtag Nick don't like Xbox.
No, y'all not putting out
only has Halo
because everybody already thinks I'm some type of PlayStation fanboy when I'm really not. I just express my opinion and I stick to my opinion. People don't like that. It's freedom of speech. Have you ever heard of it? So I do not hate Xbox, but I do prefer PlayStation much more, and it keeps me busy, and that's why I'm gonna stay until Xbox improves otherwise.
And also remember, Insomniac is not an indie developer, according to Nick. And he can play, and he don't like old games unless they old games on PlayStation. Remember that. So hold this L.
No, that's no L. No.
This is what we proved today, right?
No,
you like old games only if they old games on PlayStation.
Nope, it doesn't apply. It doesn't apply. Your logic does not apply because I am a console gamer, number one. And if it was not on the console and it was only on PC, it is new to me because I'm a console gamer. I have no visibility or access to it.
Wait a minute. Whatsoever. So that means if it's on Xbox, it's new to you too, dog.
No, it's not because I'm a console gamer.
You're a PlayStation gamer.
I'm a console gamer. Yes. I'm a console gamer.
You're a PlayStation gamer. That's what you're not a console gamer. You are a PlayStation gamer.
PlayStation number one. PlayStation number one.
Play the shit out of it though, because I know
you video gamer.
Fame just trying to catch you up and you just falling for it. He's trolling the hell out of you.
Crunk, shut up.
I gotta
look.
His blood pressure is up too, y'all.
No, my blood pressure ain't up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like turning red on. But yes, I will admit all day I am a PlayStation gamer first. I am biased to PlayStation. I have my eyes on this beautiful black machine every single day. And the white girl in the front row, she is collecting dust because she does not have anything to offer me. Bottom line, at the end of the day, she just does not. I'm sorry. She don't. The white girl got nothing to offer me. I'm sorry. So I know that hurts people's feelings. People get mad about that. But Xbox has nothing to offer right now. They just don't.
Nick avoids the white girl in the front, but plays with the black guy in the back. So
this is a beautiful, sexy girl right here, and she provides me with everything I need every single night. You know what I'm saying? She has all the games that I need. I don't have to think about straying. I ain't got to worry about, her not pleasing me. You know what I'm saying? The white girl.
Hey, Nick, open the door to your office. Open the door to your office and say out loud, I prefer the black girl over the white girl. I dare you.
No. $5? Negro, stop. You almost made me say the other word. Stop. $5? Nah, ain't happening. No, you
say it out loud. Open your door and say it out loud. You prefer the black girl over the white girl.
No, not saying it. Nope. Ain't gonna happen. Nope. This dude trying to get me caught up for real. He's trying to get me caught up for real. Nope.
You trying to get my man.
Yeah, he trying to get me like sentenced to the couch. He trying to get me sentenced to the couch. That ain't happening. Nope.
White consoles matter, man. Like y'all think I've been playing all week. I told y'all I was coming for Nick. Nick, my boy. But I was coming for his ass today.
Yeah, you know what? I was expecting that or whatever, but still, I'm not holding no L's. You know what I'm saying? I do not agree with where you are coming from with that because you see things like really black and white. You're the type of person like you want things to be like super fair and all that stuff. Life ain't fair, fam. So at the end of the day, I'm hella biased when it comes to PlayStation. And if Xbox actually proves to me that it is worthy of my time, then I will give the white girl some attention. Until then, she's just gonna be calling my name.
1,000 indies today, and you wouldn't go over there and play them. Fact.
Because I don't know about that one.
I
wouldn't play them.
I really don't know about that one, Fame, because honestly, right now, PlayStation has over 200 something exclusive indies, and Xbox only has 90. So that's pretty much not going to happen anyway.
So there's 90 exclusive indie. You're the king of indies. There's 90 games that you refuse to play because of your bias to PlayStation.
Refuse to play? I just said 200 and something on PlayStation. How much time do you think I got in the world?
Wait a minute. So you playing all 200 of them games? You playing all 200?
How, Sway? How?
Are you playing all 200?
How? No. How?
Are all 200 good?
No. How?
Are all 200 guaranteed to be better than the 90?
No, how?
So you're depriving yourself of a great. You're depriving yourself of a great gaming experience because of your bias. You're depriving yourself of a great gaming experience because of your bias.
How?
Because you're going to assume all 200 of those games is better than those 90.
Bang, the law of averages will tell you that you're going to get better quality indie games on the PS4 that are exclusive to it than on the Xbox. The law of averages will tell you that.
No, law of assumptions and bias will tell you that.
No, sir. The law of averages.
Okay, so if you got 200 girls and I got 90 and 140 of your girls are ugly as hell, you got better girls than me? No.
But that's not the case.
90 of mine is dimes.
That's a big what if because that's not the case that's happening right now. PlayStation exclusive indies are hitting on all cylinders right now, pretty much. Not all of them are great.
They all selling millions and millions of copies, right?
And you guys can trust me because I'm the freaking king of indies.
Lies.
I'm the king of indies, so I do know what indies are good versus what are not. So
we're lying, B.
No, sorry, facts.
Well, I have to say, I am pretty shocked that you haven't played Ori and Sunset Overdrive, especially the fact that Sunset Overdrive came out in 2014 and Ori came out in 2015.
I will take an L. I will take an L for Ori. I will take an L for Ori because that game is right up my alley. I will take an L for that one because that has been on my mind. I really do want to play that. So I will take an L for that one. But Sunset Overdrive, all them other games, I don't have a desire to play those right now. They're not in my vision. They're not on my thoughts right now.
But you'll play Unabuku in them.
Huh?
You'll play Unabuku in them.
No, that's Crunk playing Unabuku. I don't play those games.
Hold on, what? What?
You only play Unabuku 8, but won't play Ori.
That's an old joke.
No, I don't get down with Unabuku.
Only our loyal watchers know that joke.
What this talk? What y'all talking about? You said my name. There's Jaleesa in them playing.
You know what? Oh, Crunk wasn't there that day. Let's switch up Saturday. Crunk wasn't there, so she'll know about.
She wasn't in it. She wasn't in here.
The video game will know. Chris know. The loyal people who've been rocking with us for a while know about Unabuku 8.
Oh, you talking about all those games that nobody ain't never heard of?
You're damn right.
Nah, that ain't me, dog. Like that. And I ain't gonna even trash them games because some of the people like those games, like Kev and Bar them. Some of them they like a lot of those Japanese games. Like it's some of those games I never even heard of, but I ain't go down them because I ain't never like what is it, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Some people like that game. Like Kev loves that game.
I like that game. Original.
The freaking chat is crazy. White consoles matter. I'm just catching up on this crap. We got the hashtag Nick hates Xbox. No.
Yep. Let's get it going.
No, y'all stop that. I hate Xbox. No.
Put that on Twitter, y'all. Hashtag Nick hates Xbox.
No, I do not. You guys, I need to do a history lesson for everybody one day. I really do, because you guys have no idea what type of a gamer I am. Y'all,
this is true. Nick has an Xbox Live profile with like 30,000 gamer score. But you're gonna look at the achievement.
No, he's higher than that.
Stop lying. I'm higher than all. 50. I'm higher than all y'all.
When went to go check? None of them
what's your gamer score? You ain't much higher than me.
Wait, where you at?
I'm at 50. I'm at 53.6 something.
Wait a second. Wait a motherfucking second. Okay, how is this possible, Sway? How is this possible? I have not played on Xbox in like religiously in years since the Xbox 360 days. Listen. How is my gamer score higher than all y'all's?
I'm about to tell you, and you know what? And you know this to be true.
How?
You know this is not my first profile. You know I was banned from Xbox, and Phil himself came on DM me on Twitter, got me in the preview program because my accounts have been banned. This ain't my first Xbox Live profile, and you know this. You know I got the DMs to prove it. You know this, so don't play that game.
Yeah, but Nickodemus, I'm level 12.
Mom, what's your excuse? Fame's right. I can't.
I'm level 12 on PlayStation. You level
I'm higher than you on PlayStation too.
Yeah, but what's your level? What, 15?
I think it's like 14.
Okay,
something like that.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know how many your total.
But see, this is the history lesson. This is the history lesson here. Okay, I just started playing on PlayStation religiously, like at the end of the last generation, like maybe a year at the end of the last generation. And I played Xbox 360 all last generation. And yet my gamer score is higher than most. And my trophy level is higher than most of the PlayStation gamers. So at the end of the day, what we have learned here, ladies and gentlemen, is that Nickodemus does not hate Xbox, does not, hate Xbox Nickodemus plays games. That's what we have learned at the end of the day. Nickodemus plays games.
Xbox.
No, Nickodemus plays games all across the board. Whatever platform is giving me the most pleasure is who I'm going to be faithful to at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen. So that's what we have learned here today.
Well, let's just be clear on something with me. Everybody knows that as far as me gaming, I didn't start gaming until 2011. So I'm probably the newest kid on the block, and I came in gaming. I was gaming on PlayStation and Xbox. I came in at the end of last generation. So that's where I am. But I'm just curious. The last you said you're high, but what is it? Do you know what your score? Because I know it's not 30-something. Last time I checked, you were in the 50s.
What, you talking about gamer score?
Your gamer score. You're
it's like 54, 55, something like that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I knew
No. Yeah, I was the truth. Yeah, you can go ahead and say it. I was the truth.
You was the truth.
Yeah,
that 50. Mine's a 53, and that ain't nothing because I wasn't even looking at achievements until like the past year.
That was last generation though. That's been that way since that's been that way for like 4 years now. It's been like 55,000 for 4 years now, which is higher than most, Xbox, quote unquote Xbox gamers these days. So yeah, I'm the truth.
No, I don't think that's
like I said, everybody knows me. I was a filthy pirate, and I was banned off Xbox so many times for being a filthy pirate.
Oh no, you weren't doing them dirty like that.
Back in the day, oh yeah, man. Yeah, dog.
PSP.
PSP. I modded that, man. I got some.
And y'all wonder why they lock shit down because dudes on PSP, man, not buying no games.
For real, I wouldn't buy. I didn't buy some game on PSP, man. I had so many games on there. But I do want to switch topics. We all know that the Black Jesus,
the Black Jesus is coming to save the day.
It will be revealed tomorrow by Eurogamer and Digital Foundry. And there have been a lot of people, well, not necessarily a lot, but some bigger insiders like Shinobi, who have come out and said that, I guess he can't really spill the beans the way he knows. But he was saying from what he's hearing from his credible sources, that there's no doubt that going forward, he's buying his multiplats on the Scorpio because they're going to be that much. They're going to look that much better than the Pro.
Who said this?
Shinobi.
Okay.
Because the multiplats are going to look that much better than the Pro. So he says going forward, he will buy his multiplats on the Scorpio, which leads me to, and I asked you before, why do you choose a multiplat for either side? And most of them say they'll buy the multiplat on the version that looks and plays better. So that means if people stick true to that the Ps4 has to succumb to some people like Shinobi, who are not a fanboy, who's going to actually switch his games up and buy his multiplats on Xbox. What do you guys think about that being a trend?
There's nothing wrong with that. It happens every generation. For the most part. Well, I ain't gonna say that because sometimes it don't matter. Like PS2, they ain't give a fuck. PS2 era, they ain't care if it looked better on Xbox or not. They just bought it because everybody had a PS2. I don't know, man. It depends, I guess. I mean, for me, what my main console is, that's where I'm gonna play my games at, and where my friends are at. So, but that's just me. Like if I own the Xbox, I wouldn't buy my multiplats on it because of the resolution. Because I play most of my games on PS4 and my friends are over here. So, but that's just me. I wouldn't, but some people would. Some people will buy both of them. Some people will buy 2 copies.
So he's saying that he's gonna buy his third-party games on
Xbox because he's extremely impressed with the hardware. And so for someone to say they're going to buy them multiplats on Xbox going forward, it's because, that Scorpio is going to have the superior version of all multiplats, which I think is huge because the casual gamers, they most just buy multiplats. And so this new millennium, there was a poll where the generation started and, the new gamers or whatever, they care about, resolution, and they care about the graphic stuff more than anything else. So that's where they're going to buy their multiplats. And anyone who was saying how ragging on the Xbox for how the games are inferior Xbox 720, well, now the Scorpio is going to have a superior multiplat. You're going to expose yourself because before you were saying you bought your games on PlayStation 4, your multiplat because they looked and ran better.
Yeah.
Well, that's exactly what that was the selling point with the PS4 at launch. I have a launch PS4, and I remember when I was in the store, when I went to different stores shopping around, I remember the GameStop employee telling me that he didn't know I had an Xbox One at the time. I already had one, but I remember him saying to me, the reason that you want a PS4 because it's going to run your games. Your games are going to run and look better. And it's the most powerful system. And he was giving me the rundown. And so I remember that being the selling point.
Didn't Uncle Shu and Sony say that 1080p makes you a better gamer?
Where they said that at?
I remember him saying that.
That was real, Nick.
Context, but I remember somebody saying, I think it was a article he had put out.
What was the context? Like that would sound like something Shu would say.
I'm gonna say, and then Shu, remember, if you look, there's old tweets from Shu when he was trying to explain, when he was bragging on Twitter saying, "Oh, I'm gonna put out a demographic so you can show why 1080p is just that much better." It's really pushing this resolution thing. But now that narrative is gone. So I want to know, does native 4K make you a better gamer? Because native 1080p did.
There's nothing wrong with that because the same thing happened last gen. You know that, right? Same thing happened last gen. I don't know why cats is wondering like, oh, this is something different. No, the same thing happened last gen. The flip flop was crazy, but the same thing happened last gen.
It's just that people forget
them games that were resolution. In Xbox 360, it was the same thing.
And that makes sense.
But I think the whole generation, PlayStation had the inferior multiplats. I think that what really pulled PlayStation out of the gutter was the
exclusives. That's what caught my eye to the PS3 was those exclusives.
Yeah, I think the PS3 had the inferior multiplats the whole generation. The whole generation.
Now, do you guys think that a reveal tomorrow bodes well for Xbox at E3? The fact that if they're doing this tomorrow means they got games to show at E3.
I hope so.
I'm glad. I want to see all the.
If they're going to do reveal tomorrow, and then according to Jez, who from Windows Central, who has been on point about everything as far as Scorpio goes, also says they're going to do a price reveal at a later date. Not necessarily E3. That means E3 is about the games.
I love it. I'm glad.
Which means people are going to run out of excuses and damage control to not buy this console. Because if they're pushing out the superior multiplats, if they're pushing out the tons of games, like you guys claim that you need all these games, even though you'll never get to most of them. They're pushing out these games. What's your excuse to not buy the console?
You think had no excuse not to troll? Come on, bro. You go find something.
Are you asking us like individually now, like, or like you want?
Yeah, it's always jump in.
All right, so yeah, let me go real quick. So when it comes to like the Scorpio, I was talking about this last night as well. But like when it comes to the Scorpio, I'm definitely hyped to see. What they're actually going to do, what they're going to show, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to say this to the day I die. Graphics do matter. Frames do matter. We all want to see pretty, beautiful games. We all want to see the next advancements when it comes to graphics. But graphics will never trump gameplay. So I want to make that clear. So if a game is trash, it's just trash regardless of the graphics. So next thing is, yeah, I'm definitely hyped to see what the Scorpio is going to look like, the game's going to look like that and all that. Now, for me, I will not be getting a Scorpio. The main reason for that is because the same reason why I didn't get a PS4 Pro. Yes, I'm a PlayStation fanboy who doesn't have a PS4 Pro, who has not beaten Horizon Zero Dawn. Take my card now. I don't care. I don't have a 4K TV, so I'm not ready for the 4K jump quite yet. Maybe in 2018, I will upgrade to the Pro, Scorpio, whatever the case may be, whoever's providing me the most exclusive games that I personally enjoy. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, for me, I'm going to say this till I die. I'm from the old school. Exclusives matter to me. So whatever console has the best exclusive is the one I'm going to gravitate to regardless. At the end of the day, whoever's the best exclusive for me is what I'm going with regardless. So yeah, at the end of the day, Scorpio, I'm excited for it. I want to see what they're going to bring. I want to see what it's going to look like. And yeah, I think that with them doing this reveal early, I like that they're doing it like this. so that they can focus more attention, hopefully, on games at the E3 conference. Because for me as an Xbox owner, because yes, remember people, I do own an Xbox. I'm looking for them to deliver on some new IPs, some things that's going to pique my interest, some things that's going to excite me. You know what I'm saying? Because regardless of what people may think, you know, gaming excites me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not like so biased to the point where if Xbox shows an exciting game that piques my interest, that I'm just going to be like, oh, it's trash. Like if it gets my heart pumping, regardless of what platform it's on, I'm going to get excited for it. You know what I'm saying? So if they start showing some things like that really hype me up, then I'm going to be like more inclined to be on board. If not,
and send your rocket to the moon?
Huh?
Hey, just to let y'all know, in an effort to get Nick a 4K TV, he has started a Patreon. For $2 a month, he will follow you on Twitter. For $10 a month, he will let you come on his indie beat for 5 minutes.
Yes,
for $25 a month, he will add you to PlayStation.
Anybody been calling that out?
For $100 a month, Nick will come onto your podcast. He will game with you for 2 minutes, and he will let you wear his crown for 1 hour.
These are all facts, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't nobody want to wear that smelly, funky crown.
I got a question.
Girl, you better stop. The holies.
No, the funky crown been on your sweaty head.
This Fame want to bring that up. Like, have y'all seen any backlash about that?
No, we ain't talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, Crunk.
Yeah, I want to know. Everybody's talking about that backlash with Atlas and PlayStation. I want to know about that backlash.
That's personal stuff. I don't know what you're talking about.
Ooh, okay. $3 for a follow though.
I don't know what you're talking about. I know Nick doing 2 for a follow. I know that, but I don't know about nobody else.
And
yo, everything you said is a complete fact. So go ahead and donate to the Patreon. You know, and get
everybody got a Patreon now. It's crazy.
Give me a 4K TV.
I don't mind a Patreon, but
speaking of Patreon, the XP Patreon gonna be up in like a week.
A follow for $3 though, man. Listen,
Hey, real quick too, as far as like the multi-plat situation goes or whatever like that, I don't have a doubt because I heard a rumor. Now I don't know if this is a rumor or facts, but I heard a rumor that Red Dead Redemption is going to be native 4K on the Scorpio. Is that a rumor or is that like facts? Has that been confirmed?
I want to say this was Jazz it might have been Jazz. Don't quote me on that. If it was Jazz who mentioned a couple of games that will be shown off, then you got to take him for his word because he hasn't been wrong yet.
I mean, I don't know about that because I know
that's a tall order right there.
I know Rand put up a video today. He was like, some of y'all need to monitor your expectations a little bit. He was
that's a tall order though.
Like, he was pretty sure they're not showing any games.
Oh, they're not showing no games tomorrow. But what I'm saying is when that game is showing off, I don't see why it couldn't, if that thing is going to be, let's say, up-res or checkerboarded on a Pro, I don't see, and it's going to be 30 frames per second. Let's just call it what it is. I don't see why that drop wouldn't be native 4K 30 on Scorpio. So let me ask you guys this. Speaking of native 4K, let me ask you guys this. If it turns out that most of those games are sparse render like Digital Foundry had originally analyzed, if it turns out that they're sparse rendered to get the 4K, is that going to put like some like hurt in your feelings? No, because a lot of people are banking on this.
A lot of people are banking on this native thing. So let me ask this. If the games, they look good, they look great, just like games on the Pro look great, and you know what I'm saying, they're checkerboard to the 4K, and a lot of people say that's not good enough. So if it comes out that the great majority of these games on Scorpio is sparse rendered to 4K, but they still look great, is that going to hurt people's feelings? Are y'all gonna be upset? Here's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna answer that because people with a great track record are extremely oppressed with this hardware. So I know that's not gonna be the case. Digital Foundry has a great track record, and they stated it's sparse rendered.
That's Digital Foundry even admitted they got a hold of some old white paper. Let's be real here. They even admitted it was. They admitted it was none of this was fact. Yeah, they don't know about the final. They don't know about the final. How it's really gonna run. Mm-hmm. And we know coming from Jez, who hasn't been wrong, and everybody's running with this that Scorpio was only running at like 60% at the moment. Like it won't even run at 100. It won't even run at 100%. So what I'm saying is,
And so is everything else. But to be fair, so is everything else that's been circulating, right?
They was running off.
They're all equal rumors, right? They're all equal in the rumors.
No, even rumors, but the people who are now talking about what's going to be shown tomorrow have an incredible track record.
Yeah, I know.
If Shinobi says the hardware is incredible, and then you bring up Digital Foundry who had a white paper or some old information, I'm gonna go with the person who got some of the newer information. You know, and they're saying Scorpio is not gonna be running 100% until E3. It's only running about 80%. Now the dev kit's only at 80%. And if the hardware is impressive,
so let me.
Or are you going with the one that you like to hear the best?
I'm going with the newer, more credible information because let's go listen to the Digital Foundry. Watch the Digital Foundry again and listen to the keywords they're using. Listen to the keywords they're not telling you it's 100% fact. This is how it's going to be. They're going off of some old information and they even admit that.
Yeah, I'm
going off of the newer, more credible information than some old ass, unreliable information.
But here's the thing. Here's the beauty of a reveal happening in about 12 hours. We don't have to have any more of this premature speculation anymore. All right. We don't have to do this anymore. We don't have to the rumors and all of that. We will know as far as specs goes, and I would assume all the questions that we have about them to be those would be answered tomorrow. Now, one of the questions about the reveal, I was wondering, like, what are we actually going to see? I mean, I'm still not clear, other than the actual specs, you know, and them, I guess, showing us and going further into, you know, all the optimizations and all of that. And I mean, I guess, are we going to know whether it's Jaguar or Red Resin, or, you know, what, you know, are these the answers that are the questions that are going to be answered? We aren't going to see the console, I would assume. We aren't going to see gameplay. So, you know,
it's gonna basically be like the pro event. So like if they
I just know what I'm saying is I don't know what it's going to be. I mean, I would just assume we're not going to see the console.
Yeah, from what I heard from I think y'all know Rand, the guy like with the highest Xbox gamer.
No, he doesn't have the highest. Stallion 83 has the highest. He has one of the highest, but Stallion has somebody about 500,000 more.
Yeah, well, him. I follow him on.
What is the truth?
And he was talking about like some of the people need to temper their expectations, because he was like, mostly what it's going to be is just specs, and they're not showing no games.
Which I see why people are expecting games
reveal.
Yeah, not even close. It's going to be all hardware, which is what I'm excited about, because that leaves software for E3.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
So do you think we're actually going to see the console itself?
I don't think so.
No, they're not showing.
Okay.
So we're not. From what Rand said, they're not showing the console. They're not showing the controller.
It's all specs tomorrow.
They're not showing. They're not giving you price. None of that.
Right, so we're getting specs. We're
getting specs and what the console is capable of tomorrow.
Well, I don't know about capable of, because real world performance is different. They did the same thing with Ps4 and Xbox One when it came to real world performance and what developers are gonna do with it, because everybody's not the same. Some people may use the power and some of them may not. And I think Phil Spencer said that some developers won't use all the power.
Well, no, he said they will use it how they see fit. So if they want a game to be 4K, they can make it 4K. If they want it to be 1440p and make the graphics on ultra settings, they can. He never said they won't use it. He said they can use it how they feel free. But one thing I do want to point out is I see people, you know, on the NeoGAFs and whatnot are already damage controlling and saying Microsoft is paying Digital Foundry to give out good news tomorrow.
People saying that they stupid, but I will say this for all the people who are Xbox fanboys and fangirls out there who freaking talk shit about Digital Foundry for the past 3 years. Yeah, they're gonna change the tune tomorrow.
Here's the brilliant part about
how is that? No, they're not. No, they're not. I totally disagree with that. You know why? You know why I totally disagree with that? That's not a fair statement to say.
I didn't say y'all though. I said
no. I'm even talking about the Xbox fanboys, and I'm just saying why I disagree with that. I disagree with that because Digital Foundry is who has been giving the Scorpio reveal specs. It's been given to them. So who else are they supposed to get it from other than Digital Foundry? It's not like the Xbox fans or fanboys had a choice. So if Digital Foundry is the one that's going to reveal and just going to give a specification, that's what you got to, that's what you got to go with.
I do think it's brilliant by Microsoft to go with Digital Foundry, to allow Digital Foundry to do it, because Digital Foundry have been their biggest critics since Gen. So why not go to your biggest critic and show off your new toy? I think it's a brilliant move by Microsoft.
But Digital Foundry speaks nothing but facts, though, and I think
I'm not saying hold on. I'm not saying they don't speak facts. But when they do comparisons, PS4 versions look better, and Digital Foundry comes straight out and be like, look, the Xbox version is this way, is bad, it's worse because of the hardware limitations. And I'm not saying they're not speaking facts, but I'm saying that they are Microsoft's biggest critics. I'm not saying that in a negative way, like they're doing something wrong. What I'm saying is, I think it's brilliant to go to your biggest critic, and this shows confidence. It shows you how much confidence Microsoft has to go to their biggest critic and be like, look at my toy. That shows how much confidence they have in this hardware. They know they have a monster in this console.
That is very true, and that's a big boy move right there.
It is.
I respect that.
Yeah, I respect that. My thing is, with as far as like Microsoft and Xbox, all that goes, my thing isn't really a problem with them as a company and all, and what decision they make or whatever. My thing is now that they're trusting in Digital Foundry, and if Digital Foundry gives this thing a good report and stuff, will the Xbox community all of a sudden change their stance on Digital Foundry? Because a lot of the Xbox guys, they hated Digital Foundry. They're like, Sony's paying them. They're delivering false information. They're making Xbox look bad on purpose. All this other stuff when Digital Foundry is just simply doing their job.
So you're wondering what will happen tomorrow, but as of today, the Sony fanboys have already changed their stance by saying that Microsoft is paying Digital Foundry. So you're worried about tomorrow, but you're not looking at what's happening today already with the Sony fanboy fan base saying that they are paying off Digital Foundry.
All it's going to do is flip. All it's going to do is flip, though. You guys,
I really want to know who's been saying that dumbass shit. That is
it's all over again.
That is stupid.
That's dumb. That's dumb.
What are the PlayStation fanboys? But what are the PlayStation fanboys going to say if Scorpio now is the premium, most powerful console, and all the games, Digital Foundry? Let's just say the reports are that it's better optimized on Scorpio, and this is the best system to buy your third-party games, and we prove that. What are you all going to say? You're going to say
every video going to show us a pretty Xbox version.
You know what they're going to say? They're going to dip to exclusives. That's what they're going to say.
Dip to exclusives with what?
They're going to say they're going to.
How you going to dip to that? You ain't dipped to it in 2014
no,
or 15 or 16.
Telling you what they're going to say.
No, you dip into it now because you have the onslaught of great exclusives.
Switch narrative.
But what you're going to do? What are you going to do when you're back to?
They're going to
switch a season of sparseness.
I'm telling you what they're going to do. They're going to switch the narrative like they always do every generation.
Which every fan base does that.
I got you. I see what you're saying. And and that's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to change the narrative.
Yeah, they're going to change the narrative like big time. But my boys that be out here trolling, they're going to find something. Believe me. They're going to find something to troll.
But it becomes more of the fanboys against fanboys than the system against the system. And that's where it kind of takes the fun out of it for me, because let's debate Sony, Microsoft, Xbox, PlayStation. But what we tend to do is we get into these debates with the fans, and we attach a particular fan that either we don't like or we have issues with, and we attach them to the Xbox brand. And that's kind of what when I say we, I'm just talking about us, not, anybody specifically, but that's kind of what we do. And I just think we need to get over that. And I'm going to be honest, I think a lot of gamers, for the first time, I can't believe I'm going to say this, y'all need to put them controllers down, go outside and kick a couple of trash cans and get some fresh air. Because some of us are just it's too much, and we're going too far with some of the things that we're doing.
So right now, Twitter is going to be on fire tomorrow. My Lord. One of these sides are going to disappear.
What time our time is this thing kicking off, Fang?
9 a.m.
Well, it's 9 a.m. Eastern?
Eastern Standard Time.
So it's going to be 8 our time then.
Oh, damn.
I'm gonna sleep. So when I wake up, I'm gonna wake up to all this news.
Yeah, I'm gonna be at work. Hey, real quick, let me ask this question for the Xbox side of things. So this whole generation, so far, Xbox has taken second place, taken a backseat. They haven't been used to this. The community has not been used to this, right? Xbox 360, they dominated. They threw shots at PlayStation gamers and all this stuff. Now the tables have turned, and there's been a lot of hurt feelings out there. So I want to read a tweet that basically is indicative of the feelings of the Xbox community right now. So this right here, it says, for the Xbox community, it has been a journey this gen. We all have endured a lot. Thursday is your time. Be proud. Be a gamer. So with the reveal of the Scorpio stuff, is the Xbox community hoping that this will make up for all of the hurt and all of the pain that the Xbox community has endured these last 4 years?
First off, can't no other grown man give me no hurt or no pain.
Wait a minute.
Number two, all I think tomorrow will bring is a whole bunch of bragging rights. That's all tomorrow brings.
Wait a minute. That tweet wasn't about necessarily hurt and pain. And you guys are joking about something, but just so we're clear on something, the person that tweeted that is one of our is a veteran. And it was
one of your ambassadors?
No, not an ambassador. He's a veteran. He's a veteran, and he does a lot for the Xbox and PlayStation and Nintendo community. He has given over 300,000, and you laugh, but he's given over like 300,000 games and systems to military vets and families, those that have been disabled and injured in war, who has actually gone to war for our country and defended us. So here's the thing about Twitter, though. Here's the thing about 140 character tweet.
Go ahead.
Read whatever you want to read into that and not always know the meaning behind that. And for those of us that know this person and follow this person and have had like a 3 and 4 year history with this person, we understood where that came from, because a lot of us knew. But if you don't know, you will screenshot, Photoshop something, and then you literally see something and not know exactly what this is talking about.
All right, I understand what you're saying. Can I say my part now? Can I say my part?
Sure.
I understand where you're coming from, whatever. But you guys have to understand one thing right here. The reason why I don't take this serious and it looks real sensitive is because for me, all this junk is fun. Like this tweet to me is making it seem like you've been oppressed as a people group or something.
No,
like it's not, to me it's not that serious. Like,
but that's your interpretation. That's your interpretation.
I don't understand.
That's your interpretation. That is not the meaning of the tweet.
What has been endured? Like this, what are you enduring?
Yes, because there are a lot of people that endured a lot of pain. There were a lot of gamers that were injured from service. Yes,
literally.
Are you here?
He does stuff for military veterans that are overseas.
He works, and every day he
literally for people over there who are playing games. They are literally physically hurt. They've lost legs, or whatever the case may be.
They've lost arms.
That's what that tweet was pointing to. That's what she's
for the Xbox community.
Yes, there were, because that's his primary community. So you guys were looking at that as directly talking about the Xbox community as a whole.
Project Scorpio.
Like
that's I think you guys.
No.
I don't see that at all from this.
No, of course you don't, because you don't understand and you don't know the person and you don't understand what the person does. And actually, the person has tweeted out plenty of times, like inspirational tweets like that to Xbox and PlayStation, has also given to PlayStation games and gift codes and all that to PlayStation gamers as well as Nintendo.
I'm the type of guy that does treat life seriously, and I do have a value for meaning and all that stuff. But my interpretation of this, and I'm not saying you guys are like trying to lie or anything like that, but my interpretation of this is that the last 3 years have been hard for the Xbox community. We've endured a lot. There's so much pain and drama and stuff because PlayStation has dominated. and now it's our turn to overcome and shine.
All I know is enjoy them inferior ass
bullying us.
Trash. Enjoy them old trash underpowered.
We did last generation. We did last generation. We dealt with it.
I just think it's kind of unfair though to mock someone who has really been an upstanding person in the gaming community, especially Xbox. I'm not saying this does almost comes off as mocking to someone who has been and very upstanding, has given so much to people that have been in distress, that have lost lives, that have lost body parts, and to say and mock and say when he makes a statement, a lot of us understood where that was coming from.
That tweet's not coming off like
that. But
it
doesn't have to. No. It is coming off that way because when I saw it, I completely understand it. Just like with a lot of people that know him and know the plight, understood that. For those of you who don't know, and for those of you who are looking to mock or make fun of, you're going to read into whatever you want to see because that's what you want to see. And that's what I'm saying. It's interpretation. You and I can make a comment. We could say the exact same thing, but you get 10,000 people that interpret our conversation or our statement completely different.
Everybody's gonna read everything differently,
and that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Everybody gonna read everything differently, but I just think that people need to lighten up a little bit. It's not that damn serious. This is gaming. You know what I'm saying? So the Scorpio could come drop bombs all day or whatever like that, and people are going to flip things, and PlayStation gamers are going to catch heat. A lot of PlayStation gamers are going to have to catch some L's, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You just got to catch some L's. You got to fight back. Narratives are always going to change.
You didn't hold your L today. We're talking about somebody just catching L's.
He's slipping sliding the way out of that.
Even your own teammate admitted you had an L today that you wouldn't take.
Nope, I ain't taking the L. I'm not taking an L on that. I'll take the L on Ori, only Ori. Everything else I'm not, because life's not that black and white. So I'm not
the whole chat and your partner say you got
an L today. It doesn't matter because if a million people sniff cocaine, that don't make it right. I'm not sniffing cocaine, fam.
I don't know, man. Dude, I think when we at the bar the other day and you was talking about how you
nope. That's for the Patreons. That's after
for the Patreon.
After dark.
Oh God, I hate the. Hey, real talk though. I thought y'all was talking about somebody else because he made a similar thing like that. That's not. I know who y'all talking about now. I didn't know that's what he wrote, but I thought y'all was talking about somebody else because he wrote something kind of similar to that.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about, but if I screenshotted the stuff that I see that come out a lot of these gamers' mouths on Twitter, we would be mocking. There's a whole lot of things that we could really bring up and talk about. And I just don't think we should single out any particular person, especially somebody that has been extremely upstanding.
I get that, Ma. I get that.
Yeah.
But you have to understand something with Nickodemus, with this light-skinned ass Negro, I almost said the other word. You got to understand, gaming to me is fun, all comical jokes. I have enough serious crap in my life. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to gaming, anything with gaming is on. It's off. There's no boundaries with it. You know what I'm saying? I can take it as far as I want because that's what gaming is about for me. You know what I'm saying? So when I see things that it's like trying to put it with some real life stuff or whatever, it's funny to me. It's comical because gaming is not like that to me. You know what I'm saying? The day gaming is that serious. The day gaming is that serious to me.
I get that.
I'm out the door. It's no longer fun.
I get that. But for him, when he was in war, when he was at war for us, his Xbox was his way he communicated with his family, and it was life-saving for him. It helped him take his mind off of war. It helped him. You know what I'm saying? And there are a lot of people where gaming is actually therapeutic for a lot of people.
It's therapeutic
for me. Okay, but what I'm saying is it's even more. What I'm saying is gaming is even more therapeutic for a lot of others. Like you say, it's the fun, and I enjoy gaming. I have fun with it. And I myself have said 1,000 times there was a time with gaming. I've been so caught up in gaming. If not for gaming, but for the times that I've spent gaming, oh my gosh, the stresses of life and the world, and gaming was just a way of escape for that. But for so many other people, that was a way of communicating with their families. It was a way of getting their minds off of a lot of things. So it was extremely therapeutic. And I would never mock or make fun of that. And I'm not saying that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
But for others that were doing that, I would never do that.
I would definitely respect that. And for everybody listening, I am very, very respectful guy. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to gaming, like I said, it's all fun. It's all jokes to me. That's the way I grew up. That's the way I'm always going to be. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to that guy or the true meaning behind it, whatever. But at first glance, when you look at that, that just looks like funny shit to me. Just saying. It looks funny. It looks funny to me.
No, it
looks silly. It looks sad.
Not.
Okay, I think
nope.
To move away from this subject, I think we can all agree that everyone reads things differently and everyone has a difference of opinion, but it's all love, it's all gaming. And we finna wrap. We finna get up out of here. Thank everybody that rocked with us today, man. Much appreciated. We definitely got to get a after dark going so we can hit some real life topics like the topic that Nick and Mama kind of hitting on. We're gonna do an after dark pretty soon. We're gonna hit some real life topics, man. And it'll be while we're gaming. It'll be on the PS4. We'll all be streaming the game and actually hit some of these real life topics, man. So y'all can get a gist of what we like to talk about or our thoughts on things outside of gaming, whether it's life, women, men, whatever the case may be, man. We definitely gonna talk about it. But we're gonna wrap, man. Look at these intros going. Let's start with the king of L's, my light-skinned brother, Nickodemus.
So Nickodemus, the king of indies himself, took 1 L today, not playing Ori. That is blasphemy. I do admit that. I need to get on my Ori game as the king of indies. Everything else is, oh my gosh. Look at that chat. Take care of that, please. That disturbs me, man.
Oh,
it kind of threw me off. I was looking at the chat, trying to be engaged.
Where my mods at? Come on, mods. I got two mods. Yeah, where's your mod? I'm gonna get rid of that right now. All right,
that threw me off. My bad, but yeah, I took 1 L today for not playing Ori. I will admit that. Everything else, I'm not taking an L for because things are not as black and white as you guys may want it to be. I have my reasons for how I game. I will never make apologies for that, and I'm definitely biased to PlayStation, just like I was biased to Xbox 360 last generation. Like I always say. Whatever console provides me with the exclusives that I love, giving me the most pleasure, just like with women, I'm going to stick with. And I'm going to be faithful too. You know what I'm saying? And when that console no longer gives me the pleasure that I desire, just like with women, I'm jumping ship at the end of the day. So that's all I got to say. This is Nickodemus, the king of indies. I'm signing off. Thank you so much.
When you say you jumping ship when women no longer give you the pleasure, what ship you jumping to? Just for clarification purposes.
I'm going to the couch.
I thought you was
for like a day or two, and then you'll be back in the bedroom eventually.
Yeah, I'll be back in the bedroom maybe a couple of days. But yeah, I'm gonna go to the couch alone under the sheets. You know what I'm saying?
Alone
under the sheets.
I knew what Mamacita was going.
Yeah, it's like that's why I was seeking clarification.
That's the clarification. Is that the clarification y'all wanted?
No.
My bad. I'm working on something right now.
I ain't in it.
I
mean, he made the statement, Crunk. So
y'all crazy.
Oh boy.
Person getting past my band. All right. My bad, y'all. Mamacita, what's gonna get your outro in?
They did. Okay. Well, let me just say this. I enjoy always, debating with you guys and Gail, and this is I'm just kind of looking forward to where gaming is going for the Xbox tomorrow. So 9:00 a.m. I have my eyes glued to the screen, and maybe I don't know if we plan on having a follow-up podcast. Some of us, I'm not sure about that, but if that's what anybody plan to do, Fang, you just hit me up and let me know. But it's been real, and thanks everybody in the chat for hanging out with us. And this Mamacita, and that Black Jesus comment, Nickodemus.
Yeah, Black Jesus coming. He coming to save the day.
Yeah, well, I'd rather be in the promised land with Black Jesus than in no man's land. Mm-hmm.
Black Jesus coming to save all the Xbox guys who have been hurt all this generation.
Yeah, all right. Go on, take us to the promised land then.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be.
All right, Crunk Girl, so your
guys
outro,
and girls.
Oh God! All right, people. Thanks for coming through. We had actually a little lively chat today, man. It was going in today. shouts out to everybody who came through. Shouts out to all the people who come week after week and rock with us. We really appreciate it. I ain't gonna say we really appreciate it. Make sure y'all check out Boss Lair podcast with me, Video Game Her, and Erica Cuts for the win.
Is that a new podcast? That's new?
Yeah, we've been doing. I think we got about 4 episodes.
Oh, okay.
New episode should be coming out either this week or next week, I believe. I think maybe next week. I gotta holler at Nia. But yeah, man, make sure y'all check that out. It'll be on my channel. Every time a Boss Lair episode comes up, it'll be on She Attack TV on YouTube, and it'll be on mine as well. Make sure y'all check me out on Twitter, at Crunk Girl 711. And hopefully, I pray I'll be able to stream this Persona 5 soon. I don't know about YouTube, but Twitch, I'll throw it on Twitch. Hopefully they don't kill me over there. Because Atlas is tripping out here in these gaming streets. We're not letting nobody share.
I'm going to have to watch that because I ain't too sure about this turn-based stuff. So
yeah, I'll say this. It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
If you like grinding RPGs though, it's dope. It's very, very story oriented, like very story oriented. Gameplay is pretty dope. It's kind of like it's got like a little elements of Pokemon in there when it comes to like catching stuff, and you just have to watch it. I wish I could show you gameplay, but like I said, you probably can go on Twitch and you probably find some stuff people streaming it. But it's a good quality JRPG, man. It's one of my favorite JRPGs that I played on the Vita with Persona 4 Golden. So, yeah,
well, we're gonna let you get back to that because it's time to go to bed.
Yeah.
But we gotta go, man.
Everybody, and I'm out.
All right, peace out, y'all.
All right.